I'm Dave Ropa. I teach 7th grade science at Spring Harbor Middle School. Each year, our 7th grade team does an interdisciplinary energy unit.
We had an energy debate, we called it. Our 4 sections were each different places, like mine was the consulting firm.
They were the experts that were recommending what type of energy the city of Madison should choose in the future. And so this gave them an opportunity to have some firsthand knowledge of what a reactor looked like and how it operated, so that when they were making the recommendations, they had some background knowledge.
My name is Eric Nygaard. I am a reactor operator here at the University of Wisconsin's research reactor. More or less, I was supposed to be the virtual tour guide of showing these students the reactor lab from their own classroom.
We've never really done something like that where somebody's shown us a nuclear reaction to anything.
I like to get them engaged somehow. They need to get their hands dirty, or they need to be manipulating or touching something. And with a nuclear reactor, that's pretty difficult. There's just no way you can do that with middle school students, except from using this method.
So putting this together was, we had a lot of people working on this. I mean, we had someone that had to go to the school to help set up the computer and the webcam that we were going to be using there, as well as a projector. And then I was here doing the presentation. We also had another operator.
In the lab, there were students showing us what they would actually show us how they would bring up the control blade and how they would work the controls and stuff like that.
Go ahead and get started. Michelle went over some basic things about doing research yesterday, so hopefully this is more of a refresher. So what you might have talked about yesterday is what the actual what you need is fuel and our emissions as opposed to initial emissions. So the first thing we'll look at is power.
We'll get some data now.
You guys have the power rating down?
Yeah. Oh. So that's going to be hard to read. That's 5 times 10 to the 5th. 5 times 10 to the 5th.
So essentially what we're doing is we're manipulating the reactor so it goes from a low power level to a high power level. And what's really unique about that is, as you do that, you go from a reactor that looks, very normal, nothing unusual going on, but when you get up to these high power levels, you start to see this really unique blue glow.
We asked him to increase power, and he pulled up the control blades, and the fuel power went up, and it was getting brighter. Like, it started out pretty dull, we could barely see it, but when he pulled them up, it was glowing. And then he took us to the control room, and the fuel power, they have a little needle, and it went up, and the fuel temperature also went up.
So it was exciting about it with dealing with these students is you could tell that they were, genuinely interested in what you were doing. And that made the interaction totally worthwhile.
The terms that they were using when they were watching this, it went from the facilitator asking the questions to the kids then asking the questions and guiding the instruction. We saw that happen as they were telling the operator to raise the rods or lower the rods and reading off the dials. And the wow factor was there. Like, oh, cool, look at that. Those types of phrases were rampant throughout the class. And so you could tell it had value to them.
I thought it was really fun. My friends, after, they were talking about it for a while, because we've never really done that stuff before, so it was pretty interesting.
They could get as close to touching a reactor as possible without being there. And that's why that ties into how I teach, is get them engaged, get them involved, get them doing something. And they were operating a reactor from the comfort of their own classroom.
This was something that we all really wanted to see succeed. And when we came back the next day and watched the recording of it, we were all really excited. We were all really pleased because it worked, and we were happy about that.